I think what we should do is get all the BMX podcasters, all the BMX YouTubers, old school ones, and let's just have one big race.
Grudge match, bro.
Yeah. Dude. Can you imagine that? You got.
I know that Mike would do it at Dirtyfest for us.
Yeah, Eric Carter can't play though because he's too freaking fast, dude.
Dale Holmes can't play either, dude. Dale Holmes ain't invited.
Dale Holmes, yeah. I mean, Dale might put it on us, man.
Yeah. Dale will put us on it. Trust me. I see him. I go, wow, I can get that fast.
Hey, but how cool would that be for everybody to go? These are all the. I would race that. I'm telling you right now, I would absolutely race that.
Yeah. And also, nobody would want to be beat, so all of us are going to go out and train.
Hell yeah, because our shows are on the line. So I don't.
Reputation, everything on the line, dude.
Show legitimacy.
Out of all the guys that you've interviewed, do you have a favorite?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about it too.
That's a loaded question, dude.
Hey,
I couldn't tell a favorite. I could tell you my least favorite, but I couldn't tell you a favorite.
Really? What? Hey, what, Danny? Why do you think that's loaded? Who do you think?
Man, I would hate to be the guy that picks his favorite because you have, John, you've interviewed like some really legendary dudes. So yeah, me and Kevin we're getting there, but we're not at your level, and I'd be afraid to like hurt anybody's feelings. You know what I mean?
Well, my now that you asked, and we're up and running, my all-time favorite, Jeff Botima.
Yeah, he's in one of my.
He was the first episode. Mark Rink is actually episode 00 because Mark. I came up with this idea. He got Jeff to come down, and Jeff saved my life in Oklahoma at the Grands in a car wreck. I told the story a million times, but it's always worth repeating. We all got into a truck, and the guy that was a rental car, and the guy that was driving, who's a full famous AA pro, he's not with us anymore. He had been drinking too much, and we all jumped in. We didn't ask questions. We're driving down the road. People are going like this. We go to the exit ramp. I'm like, we're going way too fast. There's a traffic light coming up, and just boom, hit it. Traffic light falls over. Airbags blow up. The door opens, and it's Jeff Botima and Pistol Pete. I'm like, am I dead? And I look, and Jeff goes, come on, we got to get you out of here before the cops come. And I go, I guess I'm not dead. and I told Jeff all the time. I told him he passed away maybe last couple weeks ago. And I said, man, you saved my life. I'm indebted to you. I want to take you to lunch every time. Would you be on my podcast as the first guest? And he goes, yeah. So that's Jeff's awesome. Probably my favorite one, just because he's.
Where was it? Where did this happen at? What city?
At the Grand, 89 Grands in Oklahoma.
Wow, that's crazy. I think I read or heard you say it, John. You mentioned that you knew that Jeff's health wasn't the best, so you wanted to make sure you got that podcast.
Yeah, I always went and checked on him. Like he lives about an hour from me, but whenever I'm down there, I would go to his house, knock on the door. Sometimes he'd open it, sometimes he wouldn't. Sometimes he'd open it, and it's like this weird thing. It's completely dark around him, and he had his visor on all the time, his Botima visor. And he goes, what's up, John? I go, Jeff, just checking in, buddy. He goes, I got a lot of migraines, man. Got a lot of migraines. I'll give you a call. And like, that's the last I spoke to him.
Oh, wow.
But he was having regular visits to the hospital to take fluid out of his lungs, regular, like weekly.
Yeah.
And he's like a hero, man. We all remember that cover. You know, Danny, that cover, he's on Raleigh with Toby. And like, So I go and I look, and my mom sent me some pictures. And one of them is that picture of Botima doing the massive power slide on my wall as a 12-year-old, because the first ribbon I ever got was hanging right there. So like Jeff was on my wall from day one, BMX. So, he was my favorite to have.
What's in something got in the camera shot?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
No, I didn't want it to slide forward.
That's okay.
Well, anyways,
go ahead and introduce him, Kev. We didn't do the intro.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Welcome back to the BMX Podcast, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And we have the the Sultan of Simi Valley, John Salami's on. John's coming back off the bench. I've been trying to get John on. I don't know, John, how many emails I sent you? Are you ready? Can you come back? No, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'm stoked to have John come on. John's the only guy that I'm worried about playing tribute with, dude. I think he's going to – tonight's mine. I'm going to get my ass handed to me tonight. But, John, thank you very much for joining Danny and I on the BMX podcast. Hey, so for those who are out there, before we go any further, I just wanted to set the record straight, and that I think that John is probably the second best interviewer in the game when it comes to BMX podcast. Or do you consider yourself a podcast or a YouTube channel, John?
I just talk to my friends.
Yeah. I said that Danny's the best, but you're the second best, bro. But I appreciate you. So if you don't mind, I really want people to understand what you do and your methods and your what you want, how you like to work things. Tell people about what you do and how you do it, bro. And where do you find you interviewing people?
Sure. So I do a lot of things for the BMX community. Started racing in 79, like 80 was my first race, but then I raced from 80 to 92. In 88, I moved out to California to live the BMX dream. My parents thought I was crazy. Brian Gass was like, come over to my house. So I made that jump. And then I've been a fan of it forever. Like, how can we not be, right? This was our stuff. So a long time ago, I started the BMX Legends Society podcast. I had Greg Hill on. This is like 2012. And it was one episode, and then I got working because I work in the entertainment biz. So, like, I could do a movie for 30 days and be gone somewhere. And it never really got out. And then I come back again. I go, I'm going to do another one. So I started the BMX Legends Society Facebook page. We have 20,000 members. So I love it. I also started the New Jersey BMX Hall of Fame Facebook page. I run that as well. Lunch with Legends, BMX Stories is my favorite thing to do, like you guys. That's on. I do Facebook Lives, and then I bring them over to YouTube to archive them. So the Facebook Live numbers are insane. Like, people jump on right away. It allows me to interact with people, like have guests and then have comments like, oh, like, hey, check it out. Andy Thurzo's on, Holly Dunn's on, like, hey guys, and then they ask questions. So it's I believe I love the way it's interactive, and then I'll just archive it on YouTube. So BMX Lunch with Legends on YouTube. You can check that out. I also run the New Jersey BMX Hall of Fame. I'm the founder of that and an organizer of that. That's another thing that's coming. We're going to launch that again in spring of 2026. And I always do a show, like an inductee show, where I put on a suit and I play music. Last year I played Springsteen because he's from Jersey. And I just have a little fun show. So this year, that'll be in December. I'll do that live from 805 Bicycles. That'll be fun. So I run that. And then I'm racing again after Dirtyfest. I met you guys. I'm like, damn, I did pretty good. And the funny thing is people were commenting on my speed at Dirtyfest. Never in my career from 80 to 92 did anybody ever go, Salami, dude, you're going fast. Nobody, right? so I said to myself, maybe I needed 25 years to get better. So then I started modern racing, right? And the week after Dirtyfest, I grabbed my S&M dirt bike and I raced a state qualifier and I won. So I go,
nice.
This is weird, right? What am I doing? So then I was like, well, this is fun. I go to the track, Eric Root.
Let me interrupt you really fast. Sorry, man. I was going to show you this, John. Who's that guy?
Oh, that's me.
That was at Dirtyfest, man. I got that I just uploaded that short, and I go, oh, man, this is good timing, man. We're about to have him on.
Oh, good. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So then Eric said, look, get off that sled you're on. S&M, I was Chris's first roommate when he moved out of his house, Moeller. So I have it, and I live at the POW house, so it was like Climber. We were S&M guys, right? And that's where we got in all the trouble. But then Eric Roop is doing the gate. He's the gate starter at the state race, and I'm hole shotting, and he goes, give me 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks. I go, what does that mean? He brings me a Mongoose frame and goes, here, I want you to have this. And I go, wait a minute. So if I can race guys my age, guys my proficiency on a modern bike, no clips, on a modern bike, how good could I do?
Go, man.
So if you don't mind, I want to drill down on this a little bit more, bro. So you go to Dirtyfest. You crash at Dirtyfest. We've talked about it on the podcast where you were absolutely devastated, dude. When I saw you after that race, you were everybody else, they don't do shit. They get on their bike, they go out there, they roll around, and then they go like, okay, I didn't crash, but you actually trained for the damn race, dude.
Couple things, Kev and Danny. I don't get out of bed to be mediocre.
Yeah, dude. So
that's a Charles Townsend quote. I stole that from him. And I try and piss excellence. No, I don't know if it's that ultra competitiveness. I did jujitsu, right? Like I've done jujitsu tournaments, which are way harder than racing BMX. Trust me.
Man, I have a few questions, man, and I'm sure that Mr. Kevin does as well, because we've been looking forward to getting you on. And it's just funny because we were talking about, Kevin told me the other day, I got John, he's going to come back on. So we were pumped. And so today I went out, did my walk, I went and did my 4 or 5 miles or whatever. And I'm like, I want to listen to a podcast. I'm scrolling through Dale's podcast, Dale Holmes. And I go, lo and behold, there's John Salami about 5 or 6 episodes down. And I go, let me listen to this. This is perfect timing because we're going to talk to you today, Cool. I got some stuff I want to talk to you about, man. You've had an interesting life, man. I got to tell you.
Yeah.
And the thing I'm going to tell you before I start shooting these questions at you is, John, you land on your feet, man. You go from one thing to the next thing to the next thing, and it just keeps seeming to get better. Yeah. I don't like the way I was listening to your story. I could be wrong, but that was the impression that I was getting from the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the work ethic. In a competitive sense, nobody will ever outwork me, because if you think you are, I'll try even harder to outwork you. Like my dad was the East Coast blue collar Italian, so like you're up at 5, you're gonna go to work at 5 o'clock. You're gonna never be late. You're never gonna call in sick, and you're gonna work hard, and you're gonna retire. And I'm like, I think I'll kind of use that template, but not 100%. But that's exactly where it comes from. So that guy that's screaming and yelling at me as a child is the dude that makes you get up. I'm never late. I'm the first person on set every time, bar none. And I was the first person to sign up at the state championships. Wow.
Yeah. So Kevin, I'll try to take turns with the questions so I don't bombard the whole thing like I do sometimes.
No. You get out a roll. I just sit back and watch. Go for it.
Yeah, so like the first thing I'm going to bring up is, so John's living in New Jersey. John's racing. John wants to go to California. Now, you're a youngster at the time, I believe. You must have been 18. 20, okay. But still, that's really young. Mm-hmm. And so John makes this big jump from New Jersey and moves to California on what, like $2,000 that he saved?
$2,000, yeah.
Yeah, so the cool thing about the story, and it really, I could visualize it when you were talking about this part, John. I got my Ford Escort. It's loaded. I drive to the top of the hill and look back at my house and realize this is it. I'm actually going to do it. I thought, can you tell me what was going through your head at that moment, dude? Because I thought that was
1,000%. Okay, so days to get across the country, right? Because I'm hauling ass, right? So I roll up to Brian's house and he goes, "Oh, dude, I forgot to tell them. I'll go in and talk to him. No big deal. They said it's cool. We'll put you in the guest room, whatever." I get to Orange. I go, "Hey, Chris, I made it." And he goes, "Oh, I was only kidding, dude. We race Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays." It does. And I go,
he stole your thunder, man.
So, but I did it, and I look back now and I go, it wasn't a big deal. But people that stayed in Jersey or made the same trip go, "Man, you did it! Like you lived the BMX dream." And I go, "I guess I just wanted to get out of the cold weather." And I would watch USC football games and go, "Look, it's sunny out. The girls are in skirts. Cool. California chicks, I'm in." The Go-Go's and Valley Girl were my inspiration too. So I wanted to get out and get there where the sun was, because we got our tracks closed down from like December to March. The tracks were closed and snow came and you had to go indoors. I used to go indoors to a horse arena and do sprints on dirt just to get the work done. Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned in your interview, which I kind of gravitated to it because it felt fairly familiar to me. you were talking about, how important BMX magazines were to you, and that your mother put them out and you knew it was there. And it was, to me, I was listening to you talk, and I go, man, he's right, because there's something about holding one of these, and going through it and looking at every picture. And I had my whole style of it was, I'm going to look at every single photo, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to read everything, and it's going to last me 30 days.
On a California Pro classic Italian. Well, I'm not going to pay $500 for a bicycle. You're going to get this. You're going to get the Cycle Pro Macho.
Macho, that's what it was. Yeah.
I got the Cycle Pro Macho was my first bike, and to this day, the bike shop still talks about, man, dealing with your dad was brutal, because he was always because So let me ask you something. What are you going to do with the cost of this thing? It's a little high, I'm like, Dad, just buy the freaking thing. It's $125.
Isn't a Cycle Pro Macho a lot like an FMF or a Race Incorporated?
No, not even. It's like a Ross Snapper. It's entry like a Pro Raider hutch. It's like
entry level. Yeah.
Was it aluminum or aluminum, right?
Steel.
Okay. All right, there you go.
So then I'm reading magazines, Danny, like we always did, and Kevin, and I'm like, oh, this red line thing is, what is this red line thing? Who is Stu Thompson, right? Like, what is this red line thing? So I got a red line MX2 and was like the neighborhood king,
Talking about your jump to the pro class, and you said you were about 19, and you just didn't want to be a 19-year-old in the 17 and over expert class. So you felt that was old, right? So you're like, I got to move, right?
100%, yeah.
What was that like your first time you made that jump to the pro class? Was it what you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, locally it was fun because I made money. So I did real well locally, like state races and stuff. One year I ended up in points #1, but they didn't have a state championship. They had a national down the street. Everybody went there. I'm like, where's everybody going? Oh, we're racing the national. I'm like, but wait, we don't care. So I did officially end up that #1, but not unofficially. So, but it was cool because you could make money. Like, I would just constantly make money at locals every week. So it was fun, like $50 here, $100 here. And I go to nationals, and I have a running joke that I got more fifths in semis than anyone in the history. But I'm changing that now. I'm winning a lot lately. But that was my thing. Like, I get taken out. I'm in fifth. So I was average. I always say this. I was average at best at the pro. And when I came to California, it's like, who are these NorCal dudes? I never seen these guys in the Swifty O'Gorman is like, and you're like, who are these aliens? So yeah, it was cool. In Jersey, I'm winning that locals. I got fifth in the main, that one time, and then I moved here. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do good. No, got crushed. So that lasted 3 years, but through that time, it was like just even going to the nationals, showering on golf courses, sleeping in the stairwells of hotels, buffet plates. You just hand it off to your buddy. He pulls it out. Yeah, we're going to eat. Like I traveled with the S&M guys, so it was like, it was fun. The POW house was fun. So like, even though I was average, I did meet a lot of really cool people.
Yeah, it's on, man.
Let's do some trivia, bro.
All right, let's play. All right, so John, you have not played before, which I'm surprised, because I could have sworn in my mind I felt like you played, but we went over that BMX Action magazine #1 for an hour and a half. We didn't have time to play any games. I was like really into that magazine. So here's how
I've played every time, because I'll sit at home and go, I know that answer. So
this might be good then. All right, we got we have two topics: pop culture from the 80s and BMX trivia. Most of these questions, guys, full disclosure, are from 1983. I got them from one magazine, so you guys are both should do pretty well. John, you get to go first since you're the guest. If you miss, Kevin can steal it, and vice versa. It's 1 point per question. Some of them do have bonuses, so you can score twice.
Okay.
On one question.
I'm going to start with BMX, but culturally speaking, shout out to Ace Frehley for passing away this week.
Yeah, shout out.
Oh, yeah, he's the member from KISS, right? Yeah, anyway, I saw that.
What was his real name?
Paul Frehley. Paul David Frehley, if you want to get really technical.
Yeah.
I should have came up with one of those questions. So, Kevin, I'm just going to give John, I'm going to warn you, Kevin just came off a landslide victory against Rick Carter the other day. So he's feeling confident. All right, John, what do you want to start with? You said BMX?
BMX, please.
All right, we'll start with BMX. All right, the 1983 Huffy Pro Lightning came with, I'm going to give you some options. You got to tell me what it came with. So this is a store-bought bike, but it had some kind of decent parts on it. It came with a 09 plate, a Haro plate, a Huffy number plate, or an oval generic number plate.
Well, if we think back to that ad with Matt Harris and Mark Driscoll and John Pyatt, I would say.
All right, Kev. He's got it's 6-6. You guys are tied up.
Pop culture.
Come on, Kevin. Get some BM. What do you do? Strategy.
We got a lot of BMX stuff. Eventually, you're going to have to go down that well.
Oh, good.
How did Vanessa Williams lose her Miss America title in the 1980s?
By appearing in Playboy.
Oh. What do you think, John?
Yeah, 100%.
He's got it wrong.
Really?
Wait, was it Playboy?
It was Playboy.
I thought it was Penthouse. There was Playboy,
no,
wasn't
Penthouse would be too risque.
It was Playboy. So John, sorry, Kevin, you got it right. I wrote Penthouse for some reason. Okay, good job. Now
Kevin
going
might
back.
have that issue.
I had that issue, dude.
You have the issue?
No, I'm kidding. I didn't.
I'm kidding.
If it was Hustler, I might have had it, but I didn't have a Playboy.
You know, Danny, you are the purveyor of magazines. I'm just.
I know. I have one with Pam Anderson. I have the Playboy, one of the Pam Anderson Playboy magazines. And I'm telling you guys, there's been a few times where I go, do I review this? You know, and I'm thinking, I don't know. YouTube's gonna just yank me, man.
No, you're doing good. You need to keep doing what you're doing. You're doing.
I'll stay in my lane.
I love these pop culture ones, but I'll do BMX again.
Going back to BMX. Here we go. All right. Jeff Botima appeared in a JT Racing ad with what BMX Pro?
My gut says Toby Henderson. I'm going to say Toby Henderson.
Toby Henderson is the correct answer, man. That's 3. Damn. I don't know, Kev. This dude has not missed a BMX question yet.
Yep.
All right, Kev.
Pop culture.
Oh!
Whoa, he's going to drain all the pop cultures. Okay, here we go. Which girl group released Walk Like an Egyptian in 1986?
The Bengals.
The Bengals, all right.
You know, I got all these, right? And I'm like, man, I should do one of these cultures because I got them, but then I'm like, I'll probably get the whack one I don't know.
Hey,
we have
at this point, it's strictly a plan, strategy for me.
Strategy, trying to win. All right.
No shit. Hey, guess who's getting taken out at the BMXPERTS Classic?
There you go. What do you want to do?
I'll go BMX. One of these times, Kev, I'll step over to that side. But
all right. Okay, here we go. The 1983 Amy Grips ad featured 2 famous BMX pros having what seemed to be a lightsaber fight. Can you tell me who the 2 pros were in that ad?
Going with the gut again. I'd say Rob Fade. Are you looking it up?
I'm looking up the picture, yeah. Okay.
Man, I'd say Greg Hill and Rob Fade, but I don't because I don't think they put 2 GT guys in the same thing. Okay. Let me go with shit. I might have to go over culture next. Rob Fade and
It's one of the hardest questions for BMX, by the way. So.
Oh my. I'll say Rob. I gotta say Rob and Greg, but that's not right. All right, who was a big Amy guy? Let me say, yeah, Rob Fade. Rob and Greg. It's wrong, but go ahead.
What was your final answer?
Rob Fade and Greg Hill.
Oh, that's a miss, Kevin. What do you think? It's an old ad.
Greg Hill, Stu Thompson.
One of the writers is correct. It was Greg Hill and Brent Patterson. Greg Hill and Brent Patterson were in that ad. All right. We finally got a miss, guys. We can't be 100 all the time. Because I mean,
Yeah,
otherwise I'm not doing my job. All right, Kev. All right, Kev. Back to you.
Pop culture.
This fool. The 1987 film starring Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey was filmed at a summer resort. What was the name of that movie?
Dirty Dancing, dude.
Dirty Dancing. That's the one. All right. 4-3. Kevin's got the lead. Back to John.
Pop culture.
Oh, he's pulling one out. Who played the lead role in the 1988 film Beetlejuice?
Oh, shit. Why do I get the Beetlejuice thing? I don't care about Beetlejuice. I like movies that are good.
These are the opinions of John for Beetlejuice fans out there.
I like the Italian neorealism, to be honest with you.
I don't care for the movie either, actually.
God. I don't know. So, because I would never watch that movie ever. I'm gonna say, what's his face? Was it? No, I'm thinking of Back to the Future.
You're like,
I don't know.
I can see the porch light coming on. No guess?
I don't have one. No.
All right. What do you think, Kev?
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. He was also Batman in 1989.
Yeah, nobody cares. Moving on.
All right.
Hopefully, we shed some information for the viewers going down the line. They could play along and see how they do. And I really do appreciate it, John. I appreciate all your support, and I appreciate you doing what you do, man. One last time, give everybody a shout out where they can watch your content, bro.
Sure. It's called BMX Legends Society on YouTube, and it's called Lunch with Legends. We have about 15 episodes up right now. Greg Romero, Greg Hill, Jeff Botima, Tracer Finn, Gary Laurent, Matt Hayden, to name a few, Todd Corbett. So yeah, and they're all my friends. So I just nothing but a good time with those people. So.
Nothing but a good time, dude. And my favorite is the Gary Laurent interview. I like that one.
Thank you. Cool. Awesome.
Woo! Okay, well, but once again, thank you very much. I appreciate it, John. And we're going to say goodbye to you. Danny and I are going to close up the show. Thanks again, man. Have a good night. Now you can go eat dinner.
Thank you, guys. Always keep kicking ass out there. Thank you.
All right, man. Keep
Hey, we'll see you at the race series, man.
We'll see you at the track.
Thank you.
All right, bro. Peace out.
Bye.
All right. See you, bud. Who is going to be the fastest podcaster, man, or YouTuber out there?
I'm going to come in last. I know that, but I don't care, dude. It's going to be fun, dude.
That's pretty funny, man. I just came up with that.
Who did we invite? I don't even know. So,
I guess anybody who dares have their own podcast or YouTube channel, man,
I bet you people are going to start their own podcast just so they can race.
Yeah, man. They're like, we're going to beat these YouTubers, man. They can't race.
I can see John still watching this right now, listening.
Yeah, man, that was hilarious. Man.
What a class act John is, dude. Seriously, man. And he was one of the first guys one of the first premier guys that came on and came on the show. So I have a deep respect and gratitude for John's what he does, dude. Great guy, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. That was a lot of fun.
Dude. So going forward, we're working on some interviews with some bigger names. I think I got a couple bullets in the chamber. I can't pull a trigger yet, but thank you very much, everybody. Danny, why don't you tell people what you do when you're not with me, man?
Yeah, I'm on Danny Pena BMX Racing on YouTube. I just dropped a video tonight. Please go and check it out. Please like and subscribe. BMX magazine reviews, race reviews, all BMX content all the time. That's all I got.
Thank you very much, everybody, for coming by. And until next week, the track is closed. Peace out, man.
Later, bud.